What's up everyone, TheGame2k2 here again for another video game review. With Call of Duty Black Ops coming out in November, I found it only fitting to go back and review a few of the other games in the Call of Duty series. So I'm going to review Call of Duty 4, World at War, and Modern Warfare 2. And right before Black Ops releases, I'll review the very first Call of Duty game. So today we're going to be taking a look at Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Up until Modern Warfare, the Call of Duty series was strictly a World War II series. However, the World War II genre was steadily growing more and more stale, so many developers were leaving the genre behind. Infinity Ward pretty much took the gameplay concept that was already established in the previous Call of Duty games, expanded on it, and put it in a modern setting. Like the previous games in the series, Call of Duty 4 has a campaign mode. Like Call of Duty 3, the campaign takes you through a few different storylines that you keep switching throughout the game. The campaign did come with one very noticeable flaw, and that was its length. The campaign could easily be beat in about 4 to 5 hours. I didn't have a problem with the length of the campaign, but I did have a problem with the way it was set up. The story did really outweigh the gameplay. Some of the cutscenes were a good 3 to 4 minutes long, sometimes longer, while some of the gameplay was shorter. Don't get me wrong, the story is phenomenally written. I just wish the gameplay and story were a bit more balanced out. Obviously, one of the things that people love to bring up is the multiplayer mode, which got a huge overhaul from Call of Duty 3. The online mode came with more options and there were more features that were added. One of the greatest features added was the experience points. After each match, depending on your kill-death ratio in the game, you gain a certain number of experience points. The experience points are meant to rank you up, like from private, sergeant, things like that. Every time you rank up, you unlock certain features, such as guns, perks, and even camouflage for your weapons. This was a great feature added because the previous games in the series had little to no features. Usually it was just choose a weapon set that was already in the game by default, and it would take you to your map, and that was about it. So it was nice to have all the new features and actually have a certain level of control in how you played the game. The maps in the multiplayer weren't necessarily bigger than the maps in Call of Duty 3. In fact, some of the maps were a lot shorter. However, there was more to do. Because of the bigger selection of weapons and the quicker gameplay because of the shorter maps, the game is a lot more fast-paced and a lot more entertaining to play. One of the flaws of Call of Duty 3's multiplayer was the fact that it didn't have a very big weapon selection and some of the maps were just gigantic, which meant a lot of wandering around trying to find people to kill, which made the game much more boring. Infinity Ward did a great job fixing that problem. Overall, Call of Duty 4 is a very entertaining game with a great deal of special features. While its campaign mode isn't the greatest, the multiplayer mode is just exhilarating. It keeps you entertained. Well everyone, that's it for now. Thank you for listening and tune in next time as I review Call of Duty World at War.